My son is on homebound virtual school from his surgeries last year. So it's kind of like we're still in the pandemic. Oftentimes I'm there to help him because he has sped classes, academics, yada, yada, yada. And often the teacher asks him to show his work. Now, my son does math problems in his head. And so he will express frustration because she's asking him to show the work when he can just do the problem in his head. And I understand that frustration. And recently I have realized that I have a similar issue. I'm in a season of my life where someone has been telling me that they do not see how I contribute to things. And my first inclination was to be offended and all the things that you feel like when somebody says something like that to you, because it basically sounds like they're telling you they don't think you're doing anything. However, in sitting in this season, I realized that this is not the first time I've gotten that feedback. When I was younger, I was told growing up that I was never seen doing homework. I was never seen doing anything school related. However, I was always honor society, presidential scholar, treasurer of the class, top of all the things. But they never saw me doing the work, putting in the effort. And then when I went to college, I was told by a friend that they were always in the library studying. They were always in the library busting their butt. And every single time she came to our house, I was sitting in my robe watching Seinfeld. She never saw the effort, but I was on the dean's list. I was top of class. I was all the things, right? And then I went to corporate America, and I had a boss once pull me aside during a performance review and basically give me like a stellar performance review, but also ding me. And I was like, what's the ding for? And he basically told me that he doesn't see me putting in the effort. So I pushed back a little bit and was like, are you saying I'm not doing my job? He said, no, you are above and beyond. Are you saying I'm not winning awards? The project I was on was winning awards. And he was like, no, all of that is happening. Like, you are amazing. You go above and beyond, yada, yada, yada with your results. But basically what the man was telling me is he don't see enough vigor. He doesn't see the effort behind what I'm doing. And now here I am, fourth time that I could conceptualize with another person telling me that my results don't match the amount of effort that they see me putting in. And it made me realize that I needed to get better at showing my work. So I dumped all of these thoughts into AI and asked it, and basically it came back with this idea that I am very efficient at doing what is invisible labor. And I'm always getting positive feedback on the results, but people are like, but that's not what it takes to get those results. So there's a disconnect, there's dissonance for them. I realized that I have to get better at showing my work. So to the end of the season that I'm in right now, I started documenting what I do every day. And it made me realize a few things. One, I am efficient AF. My friends used to call me a time monster. And when I tell you I am squeezing it all in, if people ever ask how I do it all, like you see me out here on the internet and I'm doing all the things, it's because I am like when it comes to time. And I'm very good at like slotting it together for maximum output. That's the first thing that I've noticed about myself. The second thing I've noticed is having to show my work makes me slow down. And one of the things that I have been enjoying on my healing journey is every opportunity I can take to slow down. So at first, it was annoying to me because I thought it was going to make me slow down and I wasn't going to get as much done. And I still feel like I'm getting a lot done with the documentation. I just figured out a more efficient way to document. And ironically, I'm welcoming the opportunity to slow down because I have to document. And even though I've kind of expedited that, but it's an opportunity to slow down. The next thing that I'm totally realizing after just a few days of this personal exercise is showing your work is how you get ahead in relational dynamics. And it's part of what's been missing in my business and my life, etc. For example, one of the things that I've learned in my business is I have to be able to talk my talk and tell people what I do. Because if I can't articulate what I do, then they may, assuming that they see it, is an incorrect assumption as evidenced by the feedback that I get, right? So slowing down and showing my work or being able to communicate to other people what I'm doing, even though they see the results, something about having that ability to communicate to myself and then to other people, which is part of my healing work and what I help my clients with, right? Gives an opportunity for people to digest the effort, the labor that goes into the results. So at first I was annoyed because like, how dare you tell me that you can't see what I'm contributing, but when you see all this good stuff going on back here. But at the same time, I'm enjoying the process of learning from this exercise. And I'm starting to see the benefits of showing my work. Have you ever had feedback like this? Do you struggle with marketing yourself, documenting what you're doing, saying what you're doing, the effort, communicating the effort and the tasks completed to get to the result? Or are you a person that just is like, don't you see the result? What's the problem? Let me know in the comments down below. My name is Rashni. I am a certified life coach. I work with Black and West Indian women to create lives that they love while I am doing the same. If you'd like to work with me, visit thepineapplecrowns.com and find out more. I have group coaching, one-on-one coaching, and virtual retreats. And I will see you online. Be well, be encouraged. Here's a pineapple.